Greetings and welcome to Live in the Rise. Oh my goodness. We are live in the rise and I don't have much time because my internet is gone. It's bye-bye. No internet. It's out. Yeah, completely. So they come in a fake, do whatever they gotta do. Anyway, thank you for joining. We're gonna be live on Patreon when? 4 more days? Yeah, 4 more days. We're gonna be live on Patreon. 4 more days. There's gonna be a shift. Like you're shifting gears. It's gonna be a shift. 4 more days. Okay. Mhm. 4 more days. So let's get this. It is what? The top of the hour. Well, 7 minutes after the top of the hour. And we are live in the rise. Thank you for joining. Greetings. Welcome to Live in the Rise. Become a riser in 4 days. You got 4 days to get $5 together so you can put it and become a riser and join me. Yeah, me. Little old me. Every rise and get the word and get the truth and get life and get a little bit about me, okay? Because yeah, this is what all I got is just the goodness and the love and the kindness. Some people don't fit with that. You can't fit a triangle into a circle. You can force it, try to force it to go, like force it and twist it, but you can't force a triangle into a circle. Remember that. And you won't have a lot of, back and forth friction and confusion and all this because people trying to fit triangles into circles. Stop trying to fit a triangle into a circle. Ain't gonna work. So why fuss? Why fight? Why complain? Why argue? Why try to force someone to do something? Why try to manipulate? That's another thing. People manipulate. Why try to do those things? You cannot force a triangle into a circle. You can take that quote. You're going to get lots of quotes here on Live in the Rise because this is what happens. Okay? This is what happens. I compile things in the world that's going on into one little chunk, and I take the big chunk of the words of liberation. Okay? The words of liberation. Not no pronouns and all that stuff, but the word, the root. And I take that and I mush it. Okay? So, this is what you're going to get when you go to Patreon in 4 days. 4 days. 4 is my number. Every 4th of the month, I have story time. Every 4th of the month, I have story time. So you can join Patreon and get to see that story time every 4th of the month. Boom, you click on and you get a story time with me, Dr. Sewer. And I am Dr. Sewer. You get a story time with me every 4th of the month. Okay? So, what is the theme today? Everyone, I get messages. People are contacting me and asking me to, be specific with the theme. Be specific with the theme, and I am going to be specific with the theme. So, greetings. Thank you for joining Live in the Rise. Dylan. Whoo! Dylan Klebold. Dylan. Hi, Dylan. Greetings and welcome. Become a riser. Okay? 4 days from now, come on over to Patreon. Become a riser. Where you rise early. Because guess what? The early to rise, early to bed makes of a wise mind. Okay? So I am just getting up. You saw me. You got to replay this because I was in my robe. I made up my bed. That's one thing you need to do wherever you rest your head. It doesn't matter if it's a couch. If you're resting on the couch, you're going to make it up. Make it up nicely. Okay. Make it up nicely. And keep it tidy. Because when you're staying with guests and you're sleeping on their couch, right? You may be sleeping on someone's couch. You want to get up early because they may have to go to work. They may have to, and you want to get up early. You want to tidy the place, make it look tidy, make it look that nobody's sleeping on the couch. And when they get up, guess what? They can see you sitting there on the couch, nicely made up, and what? You're reading a book. You're reading a book, or you are looking down a list of jobs you can get so you can get out of sleeping on the couch. Okay? So it's important. Hi, Vanilla Bean. I have to use that other name. I don't know, fact. Vanilla Bean. Hi. Ooh. Greetings. Welcome to Live in the Rise. Become a riser. 4 more days. Yeah, 4 more days and you can become a riser. For some reason, my screen needs to clean here. There, let's see. That's a little better. Like it was all greased up.
Sorry, nothing burning. I mean, it burnt, but it's okay.
Thank you for subscribing, Vanilla Bean. Thank you so much for subscribing. Close the door. I need some more hot water, please.
Huh?
Hot water. Thank you for subscribing. Look at that. We have a subscriber. 4 more days. Go on over to Patreon. Go on over to Patreon. Thank you so much. You enjoy. Okay, look at that. I got a like on my video already. And it's 12 minutes. It took 12 minutes. Almost 13 minutes to get 1 like, 1 subscriber. This is really, really good. Were you scrolling and just saw this episode? This video, rather? You were scrolling and saw this video. So we're here on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Shout out to YouTube because it's a platform. And shout out to Patreon because I'm moving over to Patreon in 4 days. So in 4 days, when you're scrolling up and scrolling on YouTube, you won't see this. That's the thing. So that's why 4 more days. As many YouTube subscribers as I have like 500 subscribers. 518 subscribers. And I passed the 500 subscriber list. So I need now 1,000. I need 500 more. I need to add 500 more to this subscribers on YouTube. And maybe then I'll go to Patreon. Maybe I'm not ready to go to Patreon full blast yet. That's why in 4 more days, will I get 1,000 subscribers? I don't know. Because 1,000 subscribers is what's going to take me over to Patreon fully. You can find me there. But I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I'm giving it 4 days until April 28th. April 28th. That's the day. That's the day that I'm going to, have until I move to Patreon. 1,000 subscribers in 4 days. Let's see if I can do that. What do I have to do? I'm not going to take my clothes off. No. What am I going to have to do to get 500 more subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers? So, we'll see. You got to stay tuned. Stay tuned. You shall see. I'm getting my website up and going so you can order these. This is the Miracle Oil. It's the 1-drop Miracle Oil that is changing people's lives. This oil, you rub it on and it takes away the pain. It takes away the pain and it takes away the soreness and the pain. It also heals within and with the smell of it. The smell is healing as well to your brain. Okay. I have some here, you can see, and oh my goodness, it's a you put it on at night because it's not a perfume. It's not a perfume, it's a healing oil. Anyway, 500 subscribers in 4 days. Let's see if that can happen. I don't know what I got to do, but I need your help. I need you to share this video. I need you to subscribe. I need you to tell your friends to subscribe. You know, it's not going to hurt anyone. No. So I have to, you know, I need your help to subscribe, to tell your friends about subscribing and, you know, sharing it, and tell their friends till I have 1,000 subscribers in 4 days. So we have work to do. Those of you who are on here now and have subscribed to this channel and are watching my videos and want to become a riser, what do you get for becoming a riser? You get to see me live. You get to get entered into drawings to win prizes, artwork that I do. You get amazing knickknacks. You get merch. They call it merch, knickknacks, gifts. You get these things, okay? And you also get to see my transformation, all right? I am writing a piece called Menopause Madness. Menopause Madness. And in this writing, Menopause Madness, I found the appropriate time to share it, okay? And I am going to find that appropriate time to share it. So, 209 subscribers. Well, you gotta, when you share my video and you share it with your 209 subscribers, you're gonna get my 518 subscribers, okay? And you will add to that and I will add to mine. So subscribe. Our moderator is in the room. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Blessed Rise. Blessed Rise. Connie. Miss Baptiste. Miss Baptiste. Ooh. Thank you for being, yes, thank you. Give it up for Miss Baptiste. Thank you for the applause. I don't have a sound. I need a sound effect. Let me see. Sound effect of applause. Let's see if I can find that. Applause. Let's get that. Yay! Let's thank you, Connie, for being here. So we can get started now. You hear my applause in the background. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep that one up when we have a need for that applause. That's an applause sound effect. Thank you, YouTube. So let's, our theme today is about thirsting for righteousness. That's what you have to thirst for. People thirst for sex. They thirst for sex. They thirst for sex. They thirst for these things, right? And in that thirsting for things, for people, they may be putting themselves up for disappointment, because when those things are no longer there, what are they to do? Are they to dehydrate? We don't want you to dehydrate, right? We don't want you to dehydrate. We want you to thirst for what is righteousness. What is that? That is goodness, it's mercy, it's love, it's kindness, it's forgiveness, it's long suffering. You can find those things within our behaviors as a common humanity. Okay? You can have that first, and then once that's established, you can have all the sex in the world. It's going to be 100% better, because you're leading with righteousness, goodness, mercy, all of these things. Okay? And then when you go out and receive other things of that's out there, you are not going to what they call trip out when they're not there, or go and cheat, or go find someone else, or whatever. You're going to stay in the righteousness, right? But some people don't want to change into the fullness of righteousness. And what that is looking within yourself, going to therapy, finding someone to talk to about you and what has happened to you, your childhood trauma. People have childhood trauma. People have serious trauma. I didn't realize, because as a child, I didn't have trauma of abuse, molestation, sexual trauma, verbal trauma. I didn't have or was exposed to violation of my body, violation of my flesh, violation of my physical being hurt or beaten. People are beaten and hurt physically, okay? And that's not a good thing. When you grow up being abused sexually by family members, by people you know, that may be a trauma you have to deal with. And when you get into relationships, you're not able to have a relationship, or it's going to be not that long. You're going to jump from relationship to relationship because you have not addressed your childhood trauma. So when I get into relationships with people who have had childhood trauma, it's trying to fit a triangle into a circle. It's not going to fit. If the glove don't fit, you must quit, right? So you cannot fit a triangle into a circle. And when childhood trauma is not addressed, the person is going to bring that trauma into their relationships. They're going to bring it there. They're going to bring it there. They're going to unload it. They're going to unpack it on you. They're going to fight. They're going to quarrel. They're going to fuss. They're going to complain. They're going to cheat. They're going to betray, stab you in the back till it comes out your stomach. This is what happens. So when you thirst for righteousness, and that's what you thirst for, the goodness, the mercy, the love, the kindness, the forgiveness, long suffering. When you are in that space, you don't have to be mean and unkind to other people. right? You don't. Danny, Danny 420, Danny. Thank you for liking this video. I'm gonna big up you all when you come into Live in the Rise, because you're a riser when you come into this video. When you come into this live streaming, because that's what I'm doing, live streaming. It's live streaming in the Rise. So either you're live streaming with me, you're making love with your baby. What you're doing, I don't know. But you're here. Thank you for joining Live in the Rise. As I spoke about, I don't have much minutes on here because I don't have internet. Danny! Thank you, Danny, for wanting to listen to me talk all day. My students, they come in and they listen to me. Some don't come to class, so that tells me they don't want to listen to me or they don't want to get up for class. I don't know what the story is. But I thank you for that. I teach a class in Texas, and one of my students I met with when I taught she was like, I would love to have a class face to face with you. And I said, you would? I am crazy. Okay, I love to have fun and be entertaining and look, my wrap is sliding off and all that. I love it. So when we live in the Rise, we live in the Rise. And guess what? This is good for hair loss. I've been putting it right up here where my hair is kind of thinning out, and it's coming back. So this the Bible study just came in, y'all. Let's see what that is. This is from my Bible study app. And my Bible study app, the verse of the day. Let's get the verse of the day. Okay. Let's get the verse of the day. I got to get that song on, y'all. I got to get the song on. The verse of the day song. Where is it? Here is it. Verse of the day. Verse. Yeah, you see how my hair is look at that. I put that in there. I feel so good, y'all. You got to get this oil. This is like the best. My hair is growing like completely. Verse of the day. Let's get it. Let me get myself together. So verse of the day is coming today from 1 Peter chapter 18, verse 19. While I get myself together, you all can find 1 Peter. This smells so good. This oil is, oh my gosh. This summer, I'm going to have to get buckets and buckets and buckets, I'm telling you, to make this oil. Because people are just asking for this oil, like in abundance. So, 1 Peter, we got it? Chapter 1, verse 18 to 19. Let's get it, people. Let's get some 1 Peter. 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 Chapter 1, verse 18 to 19. Let's get some 1 Peter. Chapter 1, verse 18 to 19. And I ask that the words of my mouth, okay, first of all, the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteousness. What is the power of the Almighty Survivor, Redeemer, the one that survived and gave and loves each one of I and I. That righteousness, you call it God, Lord, Jesus, Jehovah Jireh, Selassie the First. That's All of it. Selah and Selah again. I ask that the words of my mouth is acceptable in the sight of what is right. So, First Peter chapter 1, verse 18 to 19. For you know that it was not with perishable things such as silver or gold that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your ancestors. However, with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or defect. So, First Peter, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? First Peter Vanilla Bean. So that is our verse today, right? That's our verse today. So, and I read it just how it is in the New International Version. What does this mean? This means that thirsting for gold and silver, for money, for power, for, status, for house and cars, and for, thirsting for those things is empty. It's an empty way of life. It's empty. People got big houses, they in, but it is empty. There's no life in there. Empty. So when you running after these things, you got to know it's not with these things that you are saved. You're not saved with those things. You're only saved through the precious blood, fire. Okay? I tell people, I'm going to put you at the foot of the cross so the blood of Jesus can drip on you and burn out all of the wrongness, that you can come into the righteousness that is of you, already innate. You already good. You already kind. You already got mercy. You already were created and built in a divine way. That's how you were built, divinely. You weren't built out of artificial intelligence. You were built in a divine fashion. Therefore, that's what you have to put inside of your flesh. Green, chlorophyll, right? The plants are our brothers and sisters. The trees, go hug a tree. Okay, that's it. So, hey, in the bed, lay down in the bed, go bye-bye, in the bed, good boy, here, booby, in the bed, lay down, good boy. Yeah, I have my dog, he comes on sometimes. But First Peter is, that talking about the empty way of life that was handed down. It was handed down to you by your mother's mother, your mother's mother's mother. These people handed this empty way of life, saying that you have to have riches, and being rich is money. And the richest man in the world is the one who has all the money. dollar signs. It's like, no, the richest man in the world is the man who can feed himself from the earth that he was put on, not feeding himself with artificial intelligence. Okay. So thank you for joining Live in the Rise. We are Live in the Rise on YouTube here for 4 days. We are going to be here for 4 days. I seek for 500 subscribers in 4 days. That's 100 subscribers a day. Can that happen? We'll see. We'll see. It's up to you and me. I have to be entertaining. I have to, go viral with something that I'm gonna catch somebody's eye with. And I may do my yoga. I don't know what I need to find to do. So, because I did a yoga video and I want to do a next one so you can see how much weight I've lost. I was huge in that video. So I want to do a next one that may boost up 100 subscribers, right? We'll see, because I'll be in my yoga suit. And people like that. They like feet. I noticed I did some video shorts with my feet. Getting my feet done. Anyway, 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 18 to 19 is really supporting the theme today of I thirst for righteousness, not for material things. I could have $500,000 in my account right now, 500,000, and it's physically, you can see the money there. You can go take out how much you want. It's 500,000 in your account. Are you going to focus on that? On that's in your account? Or are you going to focus on this precious source of that? What is the source of it? Not the blessed, but the blesser, the one who gave you this. So in living that way, you have the knowledge that of humbleness, humility, meekness, integrity, right? You have those qualities because this is who you are going to follow, or who you know that redeemed you, not the $500,000 you have in your account. That is not going to redeem you. It is the righteousness of the Most Almighty that's going to redeem you. That is what is going to redeem you, not the $500,000 in your account, not the $1 million you got from a scratch off. Okay, that is not going to redeem you, because that is empty. It's an empty way of life, because your narrative in your mind is about that's on the outside. So when that goes away, you're going to go cuckoo nuts, because now you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I thirsted for that. Now I do. Because can you give that to the poor? I have $500,000 in my account. I'm setting up grants for women and children. That's who I'm going to help, women and children. You're a woman, you have children. I am going to support that. You need a stove, you need a fridge, you need a house, you need a car. You can apply for a grant to get that. And in applying for that, you're applying yourself. You're applying yourself. You're applying yourself to a purpose. To a purpose. What is your purpose, and how can you help other people with that purpose? And make that purpose something where you can get profits. You can profit from your purpose. How are you profiting from your purpose? Some people don't have a purpose, or they don't know their purpose, so they end up in jobs they don't like. They end up in jobs they don't want. They end up in jobs that's not valuing them. They end up in jobs that they just there for the money. You know, the federal government is coming after student loan borrowers and gonna garnish their monies from them, take their tax refunds from them, all kinds of stuff about to go down. So, and it's about money because we're in a capitalistic and a colonial regime, right? That has birthed the supreme behaviors of whiteness and the false narrative of that. And, you know, we see that in the world, all over the world, not just the USA, not just the Caribbean. We have white supremacy all throughout the world, just as we have the righteousness of goodness throughout the world too. So that's the verse of the day. And the word of the day, let me get the word of the day. The word of the day is successful. Successful. How does that tie into the theme? I'm going to tie it in right now. I thirst for righteousness, therefore I am successful. I thirst for goodness, therefore I am rich. The richest man on the earth is the man who can feed himself from the earth. And that's the richest man on the earth, that can live on the earth, not to eat, but to live. Not to earn, but to live. People are earning money and they're not living. They're not living their life. And then they go to extremes and end up broke because they're working 8 hours a day, sometimes 12 hours a day, sometimes 16 hours a day. I work 24 hours in a day. I work. When I'm resting, I'm working. When I'm rest, I'm working. I'm working because of the righteousness that is taking me and giving me the rest that I need to get up, to keep on pushing righteousness, goodness, and mercy. And those that have hurt me, I have to show mercy. I can get upset too. I have human feelings. However, I'm learning how to direct those where it doesn't come back at me negatively. So I'm pushing for positivity because I see when I go off into feelings of negative, I get it from somewhere else. So staying in the feelings of righteousness, mercy, love, and goodness is where I'm going to be. And everybody has their cross to bear. Everybody has their karma to get and to give. When a person gets karma, it's not the person that's giving the karma or getting it, but it's a two-way thing. You're getting it because you gave it somewhere down the line in a previous time, and you're getting it back. So this is what happens. And oftentimes we look at other people's karma, but we don't look at our own. Like, you're talking about people's karma, but you're not looking at your own karma. And successful, as the word today, is brought to us by Joshua 1:8. Let me get the in the meantime, look up Joshua 1:8 while I get the word of the day going. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day The word of the day, word of the day, word of the day. So the word of the day today is brought to us by Joshua 1, chapter 8. And the word of the day today is successful. And Joshua says, you shall be successful. I don't know where that's coming from, what prefaced this verse, what was before this verse. In Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, we see that in Joshua, it's the beginning of Joshua, the first chapter, and it's verse 8. Verse 8 is the beginning of the chapter, really. And Joshua is talking about being successful. Is God saying this? Is Joshua hearing this? Where is this coming from? So, in reading Joshua, we're not in our Bible challenge, we're in Second Chronicles, everybody. Second Chronicles chapter 13. Yesterday, Second Chronicles chapter 10 and 11 and 12. Today it's chapter 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're looking at Abijah and Asa. They're reigning in the book of Second Chronicles. So in Joshua, and I have to look for Joshua. Where is Joshua? I have to look in the beginning here. Joshua. Joshua is after Jonah and before Jude. So it's page 231. So we went through Joshua already. Page 231. Okay, here is Joshua. And in Joshua, in March 1st, we were in Joshua. Joshua chapter 1. Joshua installed as the leader. So this is after Moses' passing. And in chapter 1, verse, what is that? 7, be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Remember, I went over the 10 commandments, okay? And the 10 commandments is powerful. It's a way of life to live, really. And it's a good way of life. It's not you're out there hurting folks, okay? Or lying and betraying and stealing and cheating and, all that. You're not doing that. So Joshua says, Moses gave you, do not turn from these commandments to right or to the left. Right? It speaks of, do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. So we don't want to turn away from the commandments and then come back to it and back to it and back and forth and back and forth and back. And no. You're not going to be successful that way. You got to go forward, stay focused, stay in that righteousness, and you shall be successful. Because the word today, successful, is brought to us by Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. But we have to look at the entire chapter 1 before verse 8. In verse 7, why is this being told? It's being told because we got to be careful. Don't be sorry. Be careful to obey. Be obedient. All of you. To all the law. Not just one of the part of the law, but all of it. Look at the 10 commandments. Right? Look at the 10 Commandments, all of it, all of it. Oh, what is that thunder sound? Okay, here. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So all of it. And the territory, let me see, where is it here? So you'll be successful wherever you go. Wherever you go, you will be successful. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on the law day and night so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For righteousness, the Most High Almighty, righteous of righteous, will be with you wherever you go. Okay? Selah and Selah again. Yes. Thank you. So that is the verse of the day. That's the verse of the day. I love it because it's in tune with our theme of successful. I mean, this is the word to today, actually. Not the verse of the day. I'm getting, oh my gosh. Successful. So let's read what it's about. Successful. I am success and I am fulfilled. Repeat after me. I am success and I am fulfilled. I am success and I am fulfilled. What does success mean to you? What does success mean to you? Achieving a goal? Extending a helping hand to lift the righteousness of another? Doing meaningful work that feeds your life? What does success mean to you? Success for me meant a relationship. So when it broke up, I felt I was not successful, right? I felt hurt and I felt, like, wait a minute, you're taking my success away in having a relationship. And that's why people try to fit a triangle into a circle because they want a relationship. They don't care if it doesn't fit. They're not going to acquit. They're not going to quit. They're going to try to force it in there, and people get hurt, people get damaged, people get messed up. So I look at success now as having health, taking care of my body, taking care of my mind, taking care of my emotional state, and taking care of my social life. So that's called PIES. PIES is a learning framework for life. Okay? You're going to use this, and this framework that I created is going to revolutionize how people care for children, how children are supported, how families are supported, how individuals are supported. It's going to change and revolutionize that. So I feel successful when I complete an undertaking, whether it is cleaning my house or leading a project at work or helping in my community. So I gain a sense of accomplishment as I progress, knowing that each step of the process is success in and of itself. So I listen to my inner wise mind as I plan. I'm listening to my inner wise mind. I use my creative energy and tap into righteousness that's within, of enthusiasm to accomplish each objective. So I'm not shrugging around and lagging around and puffing and huffing and fussing and cussing and all this. I am enthusiastically tapping into the righteousness, right? To accomplish each objective, even when I'm disappointed in the outcome. So the outcome of my relationship ended. I was disappointed in the outcome. I cried. I, didn't want that to happen. I cried. I this, I that. I was all of this. However, because I felt that made me successful, having a partner by my side, and that made me full, and I'm good. I got my career, I got my partner, and this I got, right? No, it wasn't. You can't fit a triangle into a circle. You cannot fit a triangle into, and people try to push relationships. It's not, just leave it. Be friends with folks. That's it. Be a friend. So in that disappointment of the outcome, I succeed when I pick myself up and try a new plan. And that new plan is standing in love. I'm not falling in love with you. I'm going to stand in love with you. Bottom line. So I am, that inner wise mind as I plan. I use creative energy because I'm a creative. I create. I am the Black Mermaid. I created the Black Mermaid. It's a fictional character I create. It's just going to up. Okay? The Black Mermaid. All right? All my family in Arkansas, shout out. All my family in Indiana. All my family in Atlanta, the ATL. All my family out in Missouri, in Kansas City. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All my family in the Caribbean. All my family all over. Thank you. Even the ones that are not alive anymore, that in the ancestral plane that First Peter talks about, that loved silver and gold and even everyone. I could not be here being a creative person without all of that in my past. So I'm going to take the good out of the past and sprinkle it into my present to help with the future. So I'm learning from the past, not the past tearing me down and weaponizing against me the past mistakes, right? No. We're going to move forward. And I succeed when I pick myself up. So pick yourself up and try a new plan. Begin again. Begin again. Okay? I have to begin again. I am single. I am 55 years old and returning to single status once again after 5 years. So I look at that as power because now I am grateful for the light of righteousness within. I don't have no one else blocking that within me to be me and be who I am and love who I am. I am grateful for that light of righteousness within that inspires. Look, I just got an idea yesterday. My son brought an idea I ran with it yesterday in the Rise to my office, started planning this idea out, and I can't even talk about it. It's so powerful. So I love the fact that we have a mission, and that mission is from within, and that mission from within inspires my thoughts and actions, and those inspirations of my thoughts and actions directs me toward new paths and new beginnings. Oh my gosh, I gotta drop the mic on that one. Like for real. New paths and new beginnings. Oh my goodness. OMG. I love it. The word today, successful, is about the theme today, thirsting for righteousness. That is where we are successful. And Joshua is commanding us through the righteousness that Joshua has within, that's been translated into scriptures and, scrolls, about being courageous, being strong, not being afraid, and looking at your success in terms of being obedient to the commandments. That's how you're successful. Not about what First Peter talks about, looking at things that are perishable as redeeming you. No, a house and these things can fall down. They can perish. Righteousness is going to stand tall. Righteousness is going to be a stronghold, a steadfast love that you cannot get rid of. You can get rid of people, you can get rid of places and move to another place. You can do all kinds of stuff. Righteousness is not within you. You're gonna be fussing, cussing. You're gonna still be in the same place that you were 5 years ago. So it's a new beginning. And this word today really is powerful and I love it. Joshua, we thank you. Chapter 1, verse 8, being strong and courageous. If you all are following the scripture challenge, Selah and Selah again for that word today. The scripture challenge is, we are in 2 Chronicles, in a heart in which God is enthroned as king, where rests a glimpse of heaven. So your heart, where is that heart? Is it with a person on the earth, like your wife or your husband? Is your heart there? And then when they are removed, taken out, your heart is broken? This is why we stand in love, not fall in it. Because as First Peter talks about, these things are perishable things. People are perishable too. They're not here forever. I saw that with my dad on the ground, deceased and not moving. I would never have seen that if I wasn't there for the summer in the Virgin Islands. If I was someplace else and not putting my heart where it was supposed to be with the Lord, with the most righteous of righteous, I wouldn't have listened and gone there and followed that heart that is righteousness enthroned in my heart. So my heart, when your heart is solidly and you have righteousness enthroned in there, it cannot be shaken, broken, hurt, nothing. And people sometimes in their life find God too late and their heart is already not strong enough and they don't survive to see another day, to give God the glory, to give righteousness, Jah, the Most High, the glory. I want to be able every day to give glory to righteousness. That's my existence, is living for that. And in living for that, I have found that I'm on here for 1 hour now. So when 4 days from now, we're going to Patreon, we're going to have 500 subscribers. Starting today, I want 100 subscribers added on to this. Okay. I'm going to do some shorts. I'm going to do something. I need 500 subscribers. And I'm going to tell YouTube I need that. Get people, I'm going to do a short after this to get people to know I need 100 subscribers a day. That's my goal. And if I don't make it, it's okay. I'm going to be honest and say I didn't make it. You can see. but that's my goal, 100 subscribers a day. So we will see as we look at the Bible challenge. Second Chronicles is about Abijah and Asa. Abijah, who committed all the sins of his father, had done before him. His heart was not fully devoted to righteousness as a heart of David, his forefather, had been. So we hear in First Peter the same thing. People's heart are away from the Most High. They're into silver or gold or things that are perishable. And this is what was happening to Abijah. And Abijah's son Asa demonstrates a faith in God unparalleled since the days of Solomon and David. He removes idols, restores pure worship, and reminds God often of his promise to fight on behalf of his people. Lord, there is no one like you to help the powerless against the mighty. Help us, Lord our God, for we rely on you, and in your name we have come against this vast army. So, in that, we see how powerful this life of living in righteousness really truly is, and how people before us, either they're going to serve idols or they're going to serve righteousness. I told someone, where do you want to be? Who do you want to be representing from that scripture? That's why it's important that we have this scripture challenge, okay? So, Second Chronicles, yeah, I love it. Read it. And tomorrow we're looking at Second Chronicles chapter 17. Pessimism is pulling tomorrow's cloud over today's sunshine. So let's see what that means. But you know what? We are going to shift over to the daily communication to righteousness for women. Let's get that going. Daily communication. Hey! Daily communication. Daily communication to righteousness for women. So if you're a woman, if you know a woman, if you got a wife, you have a woman, this is for you. So guess what? The title of this daily communication to righteousness for women is Let Others Borrow My Strength. This is day 144. Yep, we're in day 144. And daily communication to righteousness for women is brought to us today by Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. And what is the law of Christ? Righteousness, right? Goodness, mercy, bearing one another's burdens. Okay. Sometimes you may have to do that. You may have to bear someone else's burden. Maybe it's your spouse, it's your partner, it's your friend. Your friend needs someone and you got to be there to bear, their burden. Galatians talks about this. And when we look at the theme today, thirsting for righteousness, it's about that. You're thirsting for righteousness in the actions you perform with the burdens of others you take on. Okay. When you're listening to a friend talking about their breakup, when you're helping a friend, financially out of a tough spot, when you're giving your time, your money, your energy to someone, to a friend, to someone who is in need, you are taking on another person's burden. And you are fulfilling this law of righteousness when you do that. So this communication, this daily communication to righteousness for women is speaking to righteousness. Are there people around me that need help? Open my eyes so I can see those that could use someone to help carry their burdens. I want to show your love to others, whether they be a friend, family member, or neighbor. Selah. So when you take on another person's burden, I had a friend of mine recently help me out with something that I financially needed help because I was waiting something to come through, didn't come, blah, blah, blah. And they stepped up and they helped me. And I was thankful for that, and even though it was a loan helping, it took the burden off of me and it released that burden. And they bared my burden of helping me do that. And when you do that, you're giving a testimony to righteousness that is the Christ. That's the law that we talk about in Joshua, that Joshua talks about Moses's commandment, with the word today, successful, and the theme today about thirsting for righteousness, doing things that are righteous, that are good, being honest, being thankful, having integrity. Don't betray people. Don't lie and manipulate people. Just be real. That's it. Just be real. And sometimes people are not that way and they try to fit that into someone's life and it doesn't work. You cannot fit a triangle into a circle. Let's get some triangle and circle emojis, because you can't fit them in there. So that was the daily communication to righteousness for women. I am out of time because I have my internet folks are coming to fix something on my internet. Hopefully they come between the time they're supposed to come. We'll see about that. Have a blessed, beautiful day, everybody. We are out of time. We are out of time, I'm telling you. Out of time. It's been great. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a blessed rest of your day. And remember, stand in love. Don't fall in it. Stand in love. Don't fall in it. Okay? Yeah. So I'm getting ready to turn the oil into soap. You can bathe with the oil. It's going to be turning into a soap. So I'm creating a soap. Everybody creates a soap, so you can't steal my idea. Go create a soap, but you won't be able to without the miracle one-drop oil turning into soap. We're going to be making soap, okay? And I'm going to get my website up so you can purchase these things online. Thank you. Have a blessed, beautiful day. Remember, stand in love, don't fall in it. Take good care, everybody. 4 more days. I want 100 subscribers today. We're going to see if we can get it. Let's see. Have a blessed one.